This is your host Samar Joshi from the Sporty Podcast, and we are back with a football video after so long. We got a couple of requests for a football video, and we are back with Premier League predictions. We've got some very special guests and very passionate football talk fans who are talking about their Premier League predictions and what do they think will happen. So without any further ado, let's go.
I'm just going with Chelsea, followed by City, United and Liverpool. The reason why I'm choosing Chelsea is they have a very good depth in their squad. They have nearly 18 to 20 people who can come and play in the first level. So my winner for 2021-2022 is going to be Chelsea. They have a strong team. I think they have a very focused manager and that's what's going to drive them. I think Lukaku is a good signing. The highs of the Champions League win from last season is just going to drive them forward. My top four of the season is going to be Chelsea, City, Liverpool, United.
Unfortunately, I can't see past Chelsea winning the league. They have this system where, it's not about building the managers and then building a team and then making it do well. It's a new manager comes in, new ideas, new concepts. They do well one season, they win the league, and then third season that manager is out. So I can totally see them winning the league again. They've just won the Champions League. They have invested in the squad. Some of the investments of last season will actually come good now. So that whole spend of 250 million or whatever they had last season is actually for this season to do well, right? So Havertz and Lukaku coming in now, who has experience, I think that'll all come together and they'll probably win the league. Second, third would be a battle between Man City and Man United, the two Manchester clubs. I think Man City, if they get Harry Kane, should finish second. But if Man United manage getting a central defensive midfielder that is really top quality, they could finish second. I don't see Man United bothering to do that business though. So I think Man City second, Man United third. Fourth should be Liverpool, but I feel like Spurs might challenge them as well. If Spurs sell Harry Kane for 150 million and invest in their squad well, they will finish fourth. But if they don't sell Harry Kane and they keep Harry Kane, I think Liverpool will finish fourth. So Harry Kane is going to ruin Spurs this year if they keep them.
Winner, I think Man City is going to win this. All other three are Chelsea, but I think Man City will make it. I think Pep Guardiola is going to make it. He has some new personnel in his team, and I think Man City will win this. Followed by Chelsea, Man United, and my fourth one will be Liverpool. But I think Liverpool can come third and Man United will go fourth. But I think my top four will be Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Man United.
Surprise team of the season, I'm just going with Aston Villa. The reason is they did a very good signings in this, Danny Ings, Ashley Young. So I'm just going with Aston Villa. Brentford, I really like Thomas Frank, their manager. I think he brings in a different dynamics to the team that you only can see when there's a promotion that happens in the league, and there's a new team that comes in from the Champions League, from the Championship. So I think Brentford is the surprise team of the season.
There's some good options there. I will go for Everton. Rafa Benitez is an absolute legend as a manager. He's made Liverpool overperform earlier. He's going cross town to Merseyside. The pressure is going to be on him and I think he does well. I think Everton also have the right amount of reinvestment that they could have getting into Europe. So Everton for me.
I think surprise team of the season this time will be Aston Villa. Bit controversial, but I also think Aston Villa can make it to the Europe this time. They have a very good team. They have done phenomenal market in the transfer business. They sold Grealish for around $90 to $100 million and they got some really good players like Emi Buendia, Danny Ings. He is the signing of the season for me, which we'll talk about ahead. And a lot more. They got a youngster from Borussia Mönchengladbach. So I think Aston Villa is the surprise team of the season.
Nightmare team of the season will be us. I don't know what they have done in the transfer window. And the players who have signed as I don't know how they are going to adapt to the roster and stuff, all those things. I know Arsenal would be the easiest choice, but I'd still go with Crystal Palace or Wolves. I think Crystal Palace because first I don't think they have strengthened their squad. I think they managed to do well in the last few seasons because Roy Hodgson is a good manager. I think it's going to be a test for Patrick Vieira. So I'd go with Crystal Palace. Yeah.
Arsenal. Do I really need to explain why Arsenal is going to have the worst season? Team has been rubbish for a while. They have a manager that isn't really taking it anywhere. They don't have signings to back it up. They really should be doing better, but they can't. And being a second half of the table squad all through the season and never really challenging even to be anywhere close to Europe.
Crystal Palace will have the nightmare team of the season, will be the nightmare, followed by Arsenal maybe. Arsenal because I am yet to know what they have signed and what they have not signed very well, but the manager seems not to click with the players. Odegaard might change that, but Crystal Palace and Arsenal I think might fail in the Premier League this season.
The signing of the season will be like Rafael Varane for me. The reason is like he is at his peak at this point of time. And getting a defender at his peak is like a very good signing. So I'm just going with Rafael Varane. I'm actually going to go with a different one on the best signing of the season. I don't think it's a player. I think it's a manager. I think Rafa Benitez is the best signing of the season. I think he's going to really bring the stability that Everton deserves. So I'd go for Rafa Benitez as the best signing of the season.
Signing of the season, Rafa Varane, because I mean, when you get a player like that for 40 million, you cover the problem of Harry Maguire and who his partner should be. You have the English captain, and then you have this guy who's won Champions Leagues and won the World Cup. Varane is an absolute genius, and I can totally see him making that bit of an impact where he brings the points to Man United that they need, and all that for 40 million is brilliant business.
Danny Ings from Aston Villa. Okay, I know there's Rafael Varane, there's Jadon Sancho, and there's so much other people, but I think Danny Ings is gonna make it. He made it count in the first game. He did some well in the second game, and I think Danny Ings is gonna make it count and take them far ahead. Not in the top 4, maybe in the top 6, 5th, 6th position, and take them to Europe.
Top goal scorer of the season will be like Romelu Lukaku. The reason is like he has just proved himself like playing in Inter Milan or United or Everton. So I'm just going with Romelu Lukaku. My mind says Lukaku, but my heart says Greenwood. He scored in both the matches, Mason Greenwood. If he continues to play every single game or even come on and get that goal, yeah, you've got 38 games, right? Get yourself a goal in every 2 matches, you still got a chance to get it. So yeah, mind says Lukaku, heart says Greenwood.
Romelu Lukaku. He's brought in for 100 million, and he would be probably the signing of the season when you think, okay, he's brought in and he would be the Golden Boot winner, but he's bought in for 98 to 100 million. I mean, you expect goals and he should deliver, and if he doesn't, it's a failure, right? If he's not the best goal scorer this year, unless Harry Kane is bought for 150 million and fails to do it, he would be a failure. So to me, it only makes sense, and I think Chelsea would win the league, and I think Lukaku is going to get those. I'd say he'd get 26, 27 goals.
I'm confused between Harry Kane and Romelu Lukaku. Romelu Lukaku is of course the contender, but Harry Kane, if he goes to Man City, he has to prove himself. If he isn't a top goal scorer, maybe he hasn't scored 20-25 goals, there's no point in paying 150 million or whatever Tottenham are expecting from City to pay. So I think I'll go with Romelu Lukaku for top goal scorer of the season. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know your predictions in the comment section below. Who do you think will win the Premier League and everything else? And we are at the new location today, not at the usual studio. We are at the beautiful Pondicherry, and we hope you like the new location. Stay tuned for further videos.